Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I tell you, our Commander-in-Chief is showing a lot of restraint, ladies and gentlemen. He's showing a lot of restraint in the Iran situation. We know Iran had their hands in the tanker attacks, downing of the U.S. drone, their hand in Yemen, in Syria, and now this attack in Saudi Arabia. Now, you got to understand that Iran is purposely pushing the buttons, that's my own opinion, of President Trump. They know that President Trump, one of his political statements was to bring the boys and girls home from the East in the military. They know that President Trump does not want another war in the East. And the 2020 elections are coming up, and they do not like President Trump. So they're pressing every button possible to get President Trump to react, knowing that the citizens of the United States are war-weary, and that way opinion of our Commander-in-Chief will drop, and they can hopefully get him out of office. That's what I believe they're attempting to do and are doing. Now, it's just, you have to give President Trump kudos for trying to be a peacemaker here. You really do. You really got to give him kudos for being a peacemaker, even if you didn't vote for him. And it reminds me of a couple of verses. You know, I'm going to go there with some scriptures. The first scripture that came to mind, I hope you can see the screen, by the way. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And President Trump is trying to be a peacemaker here. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Now, what if they keep pushing President Trump where he has to do something to protect our key allies, Saudi Arabia and Israel? There is such a thing as righteous indignation. Jesus had it at the temple. It's not a sin to have righteous indignation. Matthew 21:12. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast all of them out that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. What Jesus did, in all actuality, he took a cattle whip and chased them out of the temple. Jesus was angry, and he had righteous indignation. That is not a sin. So if our president does, just for curiosity purpose, if he does do something against Iran, you would have to say he tried to be a peacemaker, and if the options run out, then I feel assured that President Trump would do the right thing to obtain the objective, and that's to protect Saudi Arabia and Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Iran is playing the cards. It's amazing how Iran baited the hook a little, the Trump. They knew that they would find pieces of the drone on the Saudi Arabian attack last week, and the Houthis took responsibility to try to take off the direct contact with Iran, but they knew they would find pieces of the equipment, and it would have Iran written all over it. It's just absolutely amazing how Iran is pushing every single button of President Trump, and he is showing incredible restraint. I got a video that's coming up like I always do. It's only like a minute long. I asked you to watch it, and it goes over that. On a different note, you know that Jerusalem Gate is a non-profit channel, a Christian news and sermon channel. We do not make a penny, but what we do ask out of the kindness of your heart is to hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you like the video, to give us a thumbs up. That'll always help. And we ask you not to get money, because we do not. It's a non-profit channel. We ask you for our video to get more coverage. That's the best I can understand YouTube working. So with that being said, here comes the video. We love you. Here we go.
President Donald Trump is sounding newly optimistic about Iran.
Tremendous progress was made with Iran. So we'll see, but it's all going to work out. Always does. We get it to work out. If it doesn't, sometimes it takes a little longer, but I get things to work out.
The U.S. rhetoric in general on Iran has taken a turn toward diplomacy. The U.S. Secretary of State, who initially accused Iran of an act of war for last week's attack that halved Saudi Arabia's oil production, now says the U.S. seeks a diplomatic solution above all.
We do want a peaceful resolution of this. That's our objective. President Trump and I both want to give diplomacy every opportunity to succeed. But make no mistake about it, if we're unsuccessful in that, and Iran continues to strike out in this way, I am confident that President Trump will make the decisions necessary to achieve our objectives.
Both Trump and Iran's President Hassan Rouhani plan to attend a United Nations General Assembly meeting this week, but Trump says they won't be talking to each other.
Nothing's ever off the table completely, but I have no intention of meeting with Iran.
Iran denies any role in the Saudi oil attacks. Houthi rebels in Yemen say they are responsible and are vowing more. Tensions have risen since the U.S. pulled out of a 2015 nuclear agreement with Iran last year. The U.S. says its maximum pressure campaign is working, but there are few tangible signs of progress. Since then, Iran has shot down a U.S. drone, and the U.S. has blamed Iran for attacks on oil tankers and the Saudi oil site. With the United States sending hundreds of troop reinforcements as well as anti-missile defense systems to both Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, Iran's foreign minister sounds pessimistic.
I'm not confident that we can avoid a war. I'm confident that we will not start one. But I'm confident that whoever starts one will not be the one who finishes it.
So the standoff continues, which both sides say they want to end with words, not weapons. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Washington.